So I'm going to start seated today. Most of what I'm doing, you can also do standing. Um, just do what works for you, what your preference is, or a little of both. So we're going to join together and settle into our yoga space. All the to-dos, just set those aside a bit. They'll still be there in 40 minutes or so. And allow your brain to just sort of observe your breath. You're just watching your own breath. Ease in the jaw, the lips either closed or just softly open. Breathing in and out through the body, kind of down, in and out through the nose, sort of down regulates this, just eases focus. Breathe. Softening the shoulders and elbows, but at the same time, noticing that presence of the spine. So from the sit bones or from your heels, if you're standing, kind of all the way up through the body, up through the core, up through the center of the neck, through the top of the head. Nice tall spine. And if any point what we're doing bothers your low back, draw that belly in and find a little bit of maybe tuck or a tiny bit of back bend. But what sort of just a gentle adjustment is usually all it takes to relieve a little pressure on something that might be bothering you. Very nice. We're going to take 3 nice, deep, full breaths, pausing at the top and pausing at the bottom. Just notice, how do your ribs feel, your back, your belly? At the bottom of your breath, draw that belly in and hold for just about a beat, and then take out another nice deep inhale, pause the top, and exhale. Do that 3 times. Very nice. Ease in the cheeks, the jaw, the toes. Let's lower the arms and roll the wrists. We take these kind of nice deep breaths. You just notice our ribs. Notice how your back feels. And sometimes that little expansion of inhale and exhale can loosen up something that just might be a little bit tight. Good. Let's pause with our palms toward the ceiling, or even rotated tiny a little bit back, just sort of stretching the thumbs back and down. And breathe. Reach forward with the heart. Elbows can be down, that's fine. Breathe. Again, if this tiny little back bend bothers you, make sure your core body is nice and snug. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Then exhale, belly to spine. Just bring in the core, shifting the thumbs and palms to rotate them out. Really reaching, so present in the shoulders as they sort of roll in toward one another. Breathe. Maybe piano the fingers here. Notice that in your forearms, elbows, maybe. Just getting into those ligaments in the forearm. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Release. So we're going to do a little seated cat-cow. And again, with standing, you can do the same thing, just sort of crouching a little bit into chair knees. And you can do that as well. So I'm just turning to the side to show. On my exhale, I'm holding on to the knees. Wider than the chair legs, wider than your hips. You want to have that pelvis room to roll. And we're gonna do this nice and slowly so that if anything doesn't feel great, you stop. We don't want to pinch. So exhale, really drawing for me, my belly in. Exhale. And then nice slow inhale, tailbone first. Tailbone rolls back and out. Elbows can slide back a bit. Heart forward, inhale and exhale. You do this at your pace. Just thinking about your tailbone first. Exhale to reach back. Inhale, heart forward. Good. Let's do that 2 more times and meet me in cat, which is the back reaching back. Yeah. We're going to pause as we exhale, holding the cat posture, but breathe. And just notice, easing the shoulders, easing the jaw and feet, trying not to grip. Trying just to breathe into that back space. Not too hard of a grip on the knees, but just to hold so you know that you're secure in your seat. Breathe. Good. Hold a nice, slow, deep inhale. Pause at the top, kind of feel those ribs. And slow exhale. The next inhale, draw the belly in at first since we're pivoting on the sit bones. Inhale, tailbone out. Belly comes between the legs, heart forward, elbows and hands back. Heart forward, ease in the face. Nice, deep, slow breaths. A nice deep breath and pause at the top. And slow exhale. Good. Bottom of that exhale, draw the belly in and come back to seated. Nice. So that cat-cow really is great for the low back, whole pelvis. It's really a good pelvic move. Good for your hip flexors too. You can do it lying down before you even get out of bed, flat on your back, just belly button toward the sky, and then really kind of tucking the low back into the bottom of the bed as if you're trying to get your belly button to the mattress. It's good, good before you get up stretches. Very nice. So I'm going to lower my hand. You can tuck it under your seat or hold the chair. We're going to inhale up and over. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to pause at the top here. Breathe. Find your reach. Maybe your elbow comes back just a little more if your shoulder allows. Kind of getting into the front of the shoulder. Breathe. Maybe a little more reach with an inhale, not to strain. We're just noticing the movement within the breath. Good. Big inhale. Lower core body draws in. Exhale, lower the shoulder, nice and slow, sort of with purpose. Very nice. Other side. Lower. Inhale. This side might be different. Inhale. Exhale, use that core body. For me today, this side is not happy, so I'm just going to find my edge and then back away. It's okay. Tomorrow's another day. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Good. We're gonna reach over and pause. Find what your body can do. I'm leaning into my lower arm is on my leg just to support my body because my back isn't doing a great job. Well, my back isn't feeling good. So we're gonna breathe. Kind words. Again, maybe the arm comes back just a tad or up a little higher, just a bit, but using the breath. Good. And if something's feeling tender, again, this isn't physical therapy or a workout. So it's okay to assist. So I'm going to put my hand on my leg here, inhale. And as I exhale, belly to spine. And I'm going to give myself a little help with my opposite hand. No need to strain. Yoga is more about release than work. Good. And we're going to do some gentle twists, seated. So I'm going to turn my right side. I'm going to use right and left just for not to be too confusing. My right elbow, right knee is toward the back of my chair. And if you're standing and you want to challenge yourself, you can do this as a chair when we inhale and then squat and turn to one side. We can do that. So inhale, arms up. And as we exhale, we have a nice straight spine. We're going to exhale thinking ribs, shoulders, head toward the back of the chair. Gently rest the hands on the chair. We're not pulling. And then you can look over your right shoulder. Ease in the jaw, ease in the feet. Find your edge and breathe into it. Nice deep breaths here. Notice what might be tight or sort of pushing back. Use your breath. Nice. Big inhale. I'm going to place my left hand on my left knee because, again, my back's a little tender. So inhale. Then as you exhale, head, shoulders, ribs drawing in back to center. Very nice. Sweep the arms up. We'll do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Ribs, shoulders, head, resting the hands, turning the head. Breathe. Nice. Big inhale. And unwind. Head, shoulders, ribs. Very nice. I'm going to do a little cat-cow here. It just feels like my back needs it. A little exhale. A little inhale. Very nice. Hello, kitty cat. I'm going to slide over to do the other side. Very nice. Let's swing the arms forward. Inhale. Nice, gentle. The side might be different. Exhale. Ribs, shoulders, head. Resting the hands on the chair just sort of for balance and guidance, but not pulling. Look over that left shoulder. Breathe. Ease in the jaw. Nice, deep, slow breaths kind of help scan that torso area and find where you might need to pause and just do a little extra breath. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, bring that belly to spine, turning shoulders, ribs back to center. And again, inhale up. Exhale, ribs, shoulders. Turn the head, look over the left shoulder. Breathe. Ease in the jaw. Release those shoulders down from the ears. Good. Big inhale. And exhale. Shoulders, ribs, belly. Now I have an extra friend. I do a little chair move. I'm a little cat-cow again. So I'm going to exhale. Tuck that tailbone under, reach, drop the head, and inhale. Tailbone out and back, heart forward, and back. Very nice. And back to center. We're going to do the next thing seated, and then we're going to do it again standing, but it's good for core strength and hip strength. So let me see if I can, we'll find out. Arms up. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna not mess myself up. So arms up, and think of one knee that you're going to raise, whichever one that is. I'm probably not going to say left, right, because I'm just going to mess myself up. Good. Inhale. Then as you exhale, gently lift a knee, gentle, gentle, draw the belly in and hand, opposite hand to knee. Inhale, foot down. Exhale, opposite. Again, you can totally do this standing. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Couple more. Very nice. When you go back to your first knee, we're going to hold for just a moment. Breathe. Think about a nice straight spine, gentle face. Breathe. Good. Inhale. And exhale, let it down. Arms up. And opposite side. Breathe. Tall spine. Good. Nice inhale. And exhale, release. Very nice. One more little cat-cow here, seated. Oh. Very nice. We're going to come up out of our chair, sliding the feet under the knees as possible, or have something close by that can help you get up. You can do the work once we're up, so don't worry too much about it if getting up is difficult. We're going to use that exhale and pushing the ground away and lifting the top of the head toward the sky to get up. So inhale, exhale, push and lift. Breathe, grounding into the feet. Lower the seat down, reaching the seat back and staying in the feet. Exhale up. Inhale down, nice straight back, shoulders are back. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Very nice. I'm going to do a little forward fold here. I'm going to have the back of my chair close by and the front of my chair. And if this even seems, I'm going to put I have a block here too, just in case. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, you can put a bend in the knees so we're not overstretching the low back. Hinge at the hips, flat back, and then place your hands either around your calves or ankles, someplace where you can rest. We just want to do a safe forward fold, whatever that is for you today. And pause and breathe into it, release the jaw. If your low back is not bothering you, you can fold your arms, cross your arms, and kind of let your body hang. But just mind your support system. Breathe. Nice. Now to come up, because I don't have a lot of back strength right now, I'm going to place my hands at the top of my legs, deep bend in my knees, hands at the top of my legs, and you can either choose to draw your shoulders back and push up with an exhale with a straight back, or if your back is more curved and it feels okay, you can gently roll up. My back doesn't want to seem to do that, so I'm going to draw my shoulders back and exhale, push up with a straight back. The rolling is okay for your spine, and it's good to have that flexion, but only if something doesn't hurt and with support. Nice. I'm going to place one foot up in the chair or on a block, or you can just step it forward and sort of be on the top of your toes. You don't have to put it in your chair. Let's do, just want to have the top of the chair accessible for balance. Nice. Ground in first. Find your balance. Do you feel safe to move your arms? Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, twisting toward the upper knee. Inhale, belly to spine as you move back in. Actually, we should probably inhale here. Inhale here. Sorry, open side is inhale. Because our work, as you can feel, as you exhale, draw that body back into center to twist back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to pause open here. Nice and strong. If you'd like, you can look for a little balance challenge. You can look back over your right thumb or your backhand, whichever one that is for you. Breathe. Notice a bobble, maybe side to side. That's okay. As long as you feel safe, you can put a hand on the chair. But bobbling's good. It's just your body's way of finding center, finding balance. Maybe you lift your standing toes, really grounding into the balls of the feet, heel. Good. Inhale. Exhale, draw everything back towards center. Down. And step down. Tadasana. Just notice, breathe. Good. Other side. Step that opposite foot in. Ground in. This side might be different, whether it's the support leg that's challenged or whatever is different. And again, you can always adapt by being on the ball of the toe or standing on a little kitchen stool, as long as you have something near you to touch. Good. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale. Did that wrong again, didn't I? Inhale here. Exhale, belly to spine, come back to center. Inhale, open. And exhale, belly in, core body, nice and strong. Couple more times. Good. One more with motion. Presence in those feet, nice tall spine. Good. Now opening up, we'll pause here. Notice your feet and your breath, ease in the jaw. Maybe you look back at that back thumb. You can always look back and keep your hand on the chair. That is great. Breathe. Not clenching the jaw. Good. Inhale. And exhale, belly to spine, turning back. Hands down. And step down. And Tadasana. And notice feet are grounded. Feet under hips. Hips under shoulders. Nice open chest, soft face, and breathe. Very nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big open mouth exhale. And again, big inhale, hello day. Exhale. Good. Now the arm to knee thing, and bird dog, I think they call it, or whatever, we're going to do that more also. So inhaling, I have the back of my chair toward me. Exhale, I'm going to come down just to sort of a flat back. I'm not coming down very far. You can come down to a flat back. This is also something if hands and knees on the floor is accessible to you, this is a good time to do that as well. If that works for you. But keeping the shoulders back, back straight. I'm going to bring my right toes back, just be on the back of my toes, kind of pressing the ball of my foot, back of my big toe into the ground. You can put a gentle bend in the left knee. I'm going to reach my left arm out. So first thinking here of just a big stretch from the middle finger of the left hand all the way down through the right heel. Breathe. Good. Now inhale and exhale, bring it in to tuck. Doesn't have to touch, just toward one another, elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, nice big reach. You can have the toe on the ground or up. And exhale. Inhale. Neck is in neutral, trying not to strain. Exhale, gentle tuck of the head. Good. Once more. Down. Let's hold our stretch. Toe either resting on the ground or heel can be lifted. Breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale, tuck. Let's hold that for a couple of breaths. Breathe. Good. Foot down. I'm still bent over, so I'm going to gently press to standing for a moment. Come to mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, lower back down. Good. Outstretch that left leg, back of the toes. Gentle bend in the right knee, kind of grounding in. That's our base. And reaching that right arm forward. Thinking of the stretch first. Big reach with the arm. Pushing the back of the toes into the ground. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach, headed neutral. Exhale, tuck. Again. Once more. Good. Reach and pause. Breathe. Big stretch. You can make these movements as kind of active or passive as you want by just imagining that big stretch from the shoulder all the way out through your fingertips. Good. Inhale and exhale. Bring it in. Pausing here. Breathing into those spaces that are working. Pinching is not good, but work bringing the space and a little bit of kind of massage from the inside with the breath is good. Good. Inhale and exhale. Place the foot down, mindful of the top body. I'm going to put a gentle bend in my knees, hands to the top of my legs, shoulders and elbows back. Inhale and exhale, press to standing. And mountain pose, Tadasana. Spending these moments of quiet breath, allowing yourself to feel nice, to feel good, even if something doesn't feel great. Very nice. Piano the fingers, roll the wrists. Come to seated. I'm going to lower down nice and slowly. Hands can be wherever you'd like them. But nice and slow. Feet are sort of hip width apart. Nice base. Just easing down. The chair will catch you. If you need to go down, just try to do it as gently as you can. Breathe. Pause. You can hover your seat over your chair. Just a couple of breaths. And exhale down. Very nice. Roll out anything that needs it. The next thing I wanted to do, oh good, there's one. I'm going to, we're going to do the IT band, putting the ankle either on the knee. If that is not accessible to you, you can cross your ankle. I'm going to do my right ankle over my left. Or if you have a block, you can cross your leg and just prop it up a little bit. If it's accessible to you to bring your ankle to your knee, you can do that. You can see how tight my hips are. My knee is way up here, but I can still put it on my knee. But if you can't, it's not a big deal. Just press it. You're still getting a stretch. So either elevate it on something or put it on your knee. You can also open up your left leg a little bit and just rest your right foot on your shin. So nice tall spine wherever your legs are. Even if your ankles can be crossed, that's fine. Nice tall spine. And then as we exhale, we're going to kind of lead with the lower ribs. Just gently coming over the right thigh. Head is in neutral. You don't have to crane your head up. Find the spot where your body says this is enough. And breathe. Ease in the jaw. Good. Now bring a little flex to the foot. And then a point. And a flex. And point. Hold the flex. So you might notice the difference in the muscles between your knee to your thigh, down to your seat, certainly in your calf. Breathe. And notice if on your exhale, you get a little more space. Good. Relax the foot. We're going to inhale because this could be a strain on the low back. We're going to inhale and use our exhale to just push ourselves back up with our hands, belly to spine, to come to a tall seat and lower the leg. Little movement. Same thing, other side. Low backs are a funny thing. Just when you think my right side hurts, something doesn't work on the left because of the way the ligaments, muscles, and all that fun stuff. So cross the ankle, prop the foot, or knee to ankle to knee. Nice tall spine. Good, nice deep breath in. And hinging at the hips, leading forward with the ribs. So kind of keeping our shoulders back. And find your gentle edge, kind of that space between work and ease. Ease in the neck. Again, we're not craning up. Kind of looking a little bit in front of you. Breathe. Let those shoulders go. Nice. Big inhale. If you need the support, go ahead and put them at the top, your hands at the top of your legs. And as you exhale, belly to spine and lift the torso or help the torso, whatever works. Lower the foot and a little. Very nice. Good. So we do a little bit of work with the neck before we end. So best to have your, still be in a seat where your back can be straight. We're not quite relaxing yet. But you can come back a little bit in your chair. Very nice. I'm going to reach my right fingers out. And then very slowly move my right ear away from my right shoulder. Now, the smallest movement, your neck might say, that's enough. That means that's enough. Bringing your left fingertip, to your left temple. I'm just going to gently support the head while we're breathing into that right side of our neck. You can play with how much you lift or lower your right arm. Maybe you want to bring your right arm behind your back. Your practice. Piano the fingers. Remember your tall spine, supporting belly to spine if this bothers your low back at all. Very nice. Then nice and easy, we're going to look down toward our left knee. Just turning the head. Notice if that does anything to your shoulder. We always back out of anything that is not nice. Very nice. Then gently turning the nose back to the front. So moving that ear away still from the shoulder. We're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, belly to spine like we do, drawing the core body in, but also gently lifting the head with the left hand. You just spent all that time making things loose, so we don't want to wrench it by suddenly bringing the head up. And look over the right shoulder and over the left. Back over the right, pause, breathe. No gripping in the feet or hands or jaw. Good, and back to center. Left fingers extending, reaching, then nice and gentle, move that left ear away from the left shoulder until our neck boss says stop. Then a little support with the right fingertips. Minding that back, if your back is shifting in the chair and it's not comfortable, belly to spine, a little tuck maybe. Give that support, breathe. Again, you can play with the arm a little lower. Notice what that does, a little higher. Maybe you tuck. Really, this is your practice, and whatever you feel, you say, oh, that feels like I want to spend some time here, and breathe, and please do that. Breathe, ease in the jaw. Kind of watching the breath move through the body. Good. Now gently we're going to turn our nose, look down toward the outside of the right knee. And gently belly to spine, draw that nose back up. And think about that ear coming away from the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, draw the body in, gently lift the head. Good, looking over the left shoulder. Gently over the right. Gently over the left. Pause here, breathe. Knees and hands, feet and jaw. Nice, and back to center. I'm going to do one more little just kind of cat-cow motion before we sit. Yoga poses are to kind of work the kinks out of the body to allow you to sit in meditation. That's the classic reason for yoga postures, is to move the body in a way that works out the kinks so that you can sit comfortably in shavasana, in meditation. So if something, whether it's your ankles, your shoulders, anything, give it a little movement so that you can find some ease in sitting. So moving to your comfortable place for shavasana, We'll be here for just a couple minutes. So wherever you are, kind of making a fist, make a fist, and either squeeze the toes down or bring the ankles, the toes toward your knees. Just bring tension into the feet, whatever that means for you. Or pressing the heels into the ground or into whatever into the floor. Just squeeze with the feet and hands. Squeezing but breathe, not holding the breath. Ease in the jaw, squeeze the hands and feet. Good. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale. Release. Let the shoulders go, the seat, the legs. And just breathe. Allowing yourself to be filled with your inhale, feeling it go into your whole body. And then with an exhale, as if your whole body is exhaling. Feet, knees, hips, ribs, shoulders, face. If you find distraction moving in, maybe find a word that's soft, that's just maybe breathe. And breathe in and breathe out. Whether you're seated or lying down, placing your right hand near or on, either on your belly or on the side if you're lying down, just to keep your shoulders relaxed. And left hand to the heart or near, over the left shoulder is fine. And sit here with your breath. And sliding the right hand up the body underneath the left hand, and then hooking the thumbs. So right fingertips toward left shoulder, left fingertips toward right, hands across the body, thumbs hooked. Samudra for strength, for protection. Breathe. Very nice. Palms together, thumbs to the heart space. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, everyone.